Welcome to CS Tech Solutions. Today is learn AWS DevOps chat set. Today is a Linux command in subtopics is others and is this command is used the env is display the environment variables and the details is so the list of the environment variables is available in the current shells and syntax as the envs and envs command, and the example as the env is a display all the environment variables, and the env and the command is the python 3, and this script.py is a run the command with the modified the environment, and date command the show or the set the system as a date and time, and the detail is display the current system time and date or the set a new times and date, and the syntax is date, and another syntax is date plus and double quotes as the format, and sudo the date and hyphen s and double quotes as the new date and times is there, and the example as the date is only at the show the current date and times, and the modified as the date plus underscores and the module y hyphen module m hyphen module d, and the year month and day, and space, and module h is hours colon the module m is minutes, and the colon, and the module s is a second. It show the formatted dates, and sudo date and hyphen s double quotes 2025 hyphen days, and 01 and days, and 15s, and times is 12 colon 13 colon, and double zeros. The set the new date and times is there, and another command is the alias as the create a command is shortcut, and the detail is define the custom shortcut for the command, and the syntax is alias and the shortcut equal single quotes, and the command is there, and the alias is the view all the alias, and the example as a alias double l equal the single quotes ls and hyphen l is there at the create the shortcut for the long listings, and the alias gs equal single quotes git status, and the shortcut to the check the git status and to make the alias permanent, and add it to the hidden sign slash dot base rcs or the hidden sign slash dot shrc. Source commands is there the execute the command from the files in the current shells, and details is run the command from the script without starting a new cells, and syntax is source and files, and dot files is dot operators is same as source, and example as source and hidden sign slash dot base rcs, and is reload the base config files, and dot script dot sh as run the script in the current shell. Last is the sleep command as a pause for the specified the times, and the details is pause the execution so for the seconds minutes and hours, and the syntax is sleeps and times, and example is sleep and 5 is a pause for the 5 second, and the sleep 2 and m is a pause for the 2 minutes, and sleep 1 and h is a pause for the 1 hours. Linux command in 16 subtopic is network and troubleshootings and analysis, and this command at the trace routes and the track the package routes at the routes and details is display the path is hopes and that the package is tagged from the system to the destination's host and help the identify the network's delays or the familiars and the syntax is trace routes and host names or the IPs and example as a trace route and the google.com. It show each the hops at the routers and the package is traveled through as before the reaching the Googles. Another command is netstat and netstat is view the network connections and the routing tables and the details is display achieve the connections listing the ports routing the tables and interface the stats and etcs and the older utilities but still the widely used and the syntax is netstats and the options is there so useful example at the netstats and hyphen TULN and options explanations and the options the hyphen T is a TCP's connections, hyphen U is a UDP's connection, hyphen L is only listing the ports and hyphen N is show the numerics address is not the DNS names is show all the active listening the TCP UDP's ports with the protocols informations. Another command is SS is a display the socket statics is a modern's replacement or the netstats and the details is provide the faster or the more details info about the TCP and UDP's connection than the netstats and the syntax is SS and options and useful example is SS and slash the TUNL and display the listings of the TCPs and UDPs ports at the similar to the netstats and slash the TUNL and SS is preferred in the modern Linux systems as because it is the faster and more accurate. Another command is IP tables is manage the firewall's rules and the details is used to configure the package filterings and NAT rules in the Linux firewalls and the syntax is sudo's IP tables and the commands and options is there and the common example is a sudo IP tables and hyphen capital L and the list of all the firewall rules in the current filter tables and more useful example as the sudo IP tables hyphen A capital A and input hyphen P and TCP and double hyphen D ports is 22 and hyphen Z J is accept and it allow the SSH port 22 and sudo IP tables and hyphen capital A and input and hyphen J and drop is block all the incoming traffics and sudo IP tables and hyphen D and input is 1 as a delete the rules 1 in the input chain. And Linux command in another subtopics is advanced file management and first command is find is search the files by the various criterias and details is find the search for the files and directories based on the criterias and such as names, type, size, users, permissions and date etc and it search in the real time so the result are the always accurate and the general syntax as the find and path and conditions is there example as a find the file by the names and find and slash the where and hyphen names and double quotes star dot log is there and find all the dot logs files under the slash where is there. Another example of find as the find directories by the names and find slash home and hyphen types and D's and hyphen names and double quotes. Test is there. The find the directory is called as the test inside the slash home, and find the files by the types, and find the slash etcs and hyphen types f and hyphen names and double quotes star dot conf, and find the configurations files in the slash etcs, and find and delete the matching the files at the find and slash the tmp and hyphen names and double quotes star dot temps and hyphen delete, at the delete all the .tmp files in the slash tmps, and find the file larger than the 100 MBs, and find the slash and hyphen size and plus 100 M, and find the files and execute the commands on them, and find slash where slash log and hyphen names and double quotes star dot logs and hyphen exec and gzips and curly braces and backslash and colon, and compress the average.log files in the using the gzip. Another command is locate, at the quickly find the files by the names, and the details is locate and perform the fast reach using the pre-built databases, and it is the fast than the finds and but may not show the very recent files and unless the database is the updated, and the syntax is locate and the patent is theirs, and the example is locate and the apache 2.conf as the find the files the path of the apache 2.conf configurations, and update the locate database, and important as if the recent files are not showing the up as sudos, and update the db. The Linux command and another subtopics is file content and manipulations, and the first command is split, and the split the files into the parts, and the details is split the large files into the smaller pieces based on the size and the numbers of the lines or the bytes, and the syntax is the split and options and input of the files and output of the prefix, and the example is the split of files into the chunks of the 500 lines of each, and the split -l and the 500 and the large file.txt and the small files, and create a files as the small files double A and small file and AB and small file and AC and etc, and split by the files size at the each the 10 MBs as split -b's and 10 capital M and big dot ISO and the part at the underscore. Another command is sort, at the sort the line in the files, and the detail is sort the text line in alphabetically, numerically, or by the field, and the syntax is sort and files, and another syntax is sort and options and files is there, and the examples is the sort the alphabetically at the sort the file.txt and the sort the numerically at the sort -n and the number.txt and sort in the reverse orders at the sort -r and the file.txt and the sort the based on the specific colons. Example is the second colons dot csvs and the sort -t and single quotes commas and -k2 and file.csv, and another as a unique command as a uniq q as the remove the duplicates lines as the required the sorted inputs and details as the remove the de-agented duplicates lines in the sorted files and often the use with the sort and the syntax as the u unique q and the files and sort of the files and vertical bars and unique q and example as a remove the duplicates lines as the sort the file.txts and vertical bars as the unique q and show only the duplicate lines and the count as the sort of file.txts and vertical bars as the unique use -c and show only the uniques as the not a duplicates as the sort of file.txts and vertical bars and the unique -u and show only the duplicates as the repeated lines is show as the sort and file.txts and vertical bars and unique u and -d. Thank you to watch the videos. Please subscribe the channel, on the notification and bell icon. Thank you so much guys to watch the videos.